Greetings, Assalamu alaikum, and Sawadee Krab. Welcome to the webinar on the bilateral trade opportunities between Pakistan and Thailand for food and agriculture-based products. This webinar is brought to you by the Trade Development Authority of Pakistan, Pakistan Trade and Investment Counsellor, and Thai Food Processors Association. My name is Arch. I'll be your moderator for the session. Over the course of this program, we will together explore the bilateral trade between Pakistan and Thailand, the regulations, the procedures, and most important, the opportunities. But before that, and without further ado, I'm honored to have the privilege to introduce to the session the Ambassador of Pakistan to the Kingdom of Thailand, His Excellency Asim Iftikhar Ahmad, to give a welcome speech, an opening speech. Mr. Ambassador, please.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. It's a great pleasure for me to participate in this webinar, for which I'm thankful to TDAP and the Thai Food Processors Association for collaborating with the embassy in organizing this webinar. I think that I can say on behalf of both the governments of Pakistan and Thailand that promotion of economic relations, trade and investment is a shared priority of both the countries. And this is one big reason that most of the focus of our embassy's work, both in Islamabad and in Bangkok, is in promotion of trade and investment. So I think in this regard, this webinar provides us additional opportunity to look into ways of further diversifying our trade and look into additional opportunities for investment on either side. If we look back over the last couple of years, I think there has been a very positive trend on the bilateral trade. We have seen a good progression. 2019 was a particularly good year for Pakistan. We had our record exports to Thailand, about $292 million, which was all-time high. And most of it actually came from our seafood exports to Thailand. So this is quite significant. But we have seen that during the course of this year, trade has suffered all around. Bilateral trade between Pakistan and Thailand has also suffered because of the COVID situation. And I think that these are times that not only we look back, but we plan and look into the future as to how we will be reviving the trade to pre-COVID levels and to see how we can further diversify it to some of the domains that have been underutilized so far. So in this context, I think this focus of today's webinar on agro and food products is very pertinent. As I mentioned, Pakistan's exports to Thailand, the majority of it comprises of fish and seafood products. But we have seen that the rest of the agro and food sector remains underutilized as far as our trade with Thailand is concerned. Pakistan is one of the major producers of agro and food products in the world. But the shortcoming is that this has not been optimally utilized. So I think where we have the advantage and the numbers in production, we can work with our Thai friends who have the relative advantage in terms of capacity, in terms of technical expertise, in terms of experience, especially when it comes to food processing, storage, and cold chain facilities, which are generally lacking in Pakistan. So I think this is an area in which actually there is a lot of scope for cooperation and mutual benefit on both sides. I would like to recall that last year, BOI Thailand, they initiated a study. There was a study group that visited Pakistan, and they came up with a renewed and a fresh update on the investment opportunities in Pakistan. And food processing in particular was highlighted among 4 or 5 key areas in which BOI recommended the Thai business groups to consider investment in Pakistan. Secondly, there's another major development which is undergoing in Pakistan, and that is the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. And we are now into the next phase of this huge infrastructure and development project, in which there is going to be a lot of focus on agriculture and agro-based industry. So I think this is another opportunity which the Thai business groups can look into, especially those who would be interested in joint ventures, in looking at opportunities to invest in Pakistan in some of the special economic zones that are being established under CPEC. So this is, I think, an area in which, with some further coordination, we can tap into the real potential of this sector. I think our friends who are in the business community, both in Pakistan and Thailand, they obviously look at what are the policy parameters and what are the conditions which are available or which will be available, in which they can further collaborate in this sector. So it would be pertinent to note that, for example, on the policy side, Pakistani agro products, fruits and vegetables in particular, there is a long-standing issue of access to Thai market. It is primarily because of the procedures regarding pest risk analysis, but we are, trying to see other ways of overcoming this issue. You know that the bilateral free trade agreement between Thailand and Pakistan is being negotiated. So these issues have been made part of the FTA negotiations, and I hope that since FTA negotiations have made a lot of progress, as and when the FTA will be signed, this issue of access to Pakistani fruits and vegetables and other agricultural products to Thailand will be amicably resolved. This will open up further opportunities for our business groups. And secondly, again, on the policy side, another good development is that a comprehensive MOU on agriculture cooperation between Pakistan and Thailand has almost been finalized, and it is going to be signed very soon. We expect that this will also contribute in further collaboration in this sector. I think that looking at the program of the webinar, this is going to be an interesting and useful discussion. This is kind of an icebreaker. I understand that a lot of information will be shared, and the purpose would be to move from this initial exchange to the next phase, which will be promoting business matching between the business groups from both sides. And that is something that we will be following up with our Thai friends here in Bangkok, and I'm sure TDAP will follow up on the Pakistani side in Islamabad. So I wish the participants a fruitful discussion. I thank again TDAP and the Thai Food Processors Association. I thank in particular the President, Kun Visit, and I give the floor back to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. It's a privilege to have you here today. A very promising landscape indeed, whether from FTA, from MOU, from policy side. Now, I'd like to welcome the next speaker to give a welcome and opening speech, the Deputy Director General of the Department of International Trade Promotion, Ministry of Commerce, Mr. Withiakon Manine. Mr. Withiakon, please.
Yes, good afternoon. His Excellency Asim Iftikhar Ahmad, the Ambassador of Pakistan, Mr. Visit Lim Shah, the President of Thai Food Processors Association, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thailand and Pakistan has established an official diplomatic relation for nearly 7 decades, with a long history of various dimension cooperation. Moreover, there were regular visits among the couple country senior leaders to strengthen our relationships, as well as the Thai Look East policy and Pakistan Vision East Asia policy has also promoted our bilateral and multilateral cooperation. In 2019, Pakistan was the 31st trade partner of Thailand. The majority export products from Thailand to Pakistan were automotive and parts, chemicals, fabricated fiber, rubber and plastic products, while the top Thailand import goods from Pakistan were crude oil, chilled and frozen fishery products, ready-made clothing, beverage and chemicals. During 2017 to 2019, total average trade value between Thailand and Pakistan reached $1,570 million, while average food trade value hit approximately $250 million, or 16% out of total trade values. Both are in their expansion trade among these several years. We have completed 9 rounds of free trade area dialogue since 2015 until 2019, and wish that our trade will rise up when the agreement is succeeded. Today, the trade activity is created by Trade Development Authority of Pakistan, the Pakistan Trade and Investment Counsellor, and the Thai Food Processor Association share the same mission to promote and enhance bilateral food and agro trade opportunity between Thai and Pakistan entrepreneurs. And in accordance with the cooperation of Department of International Trade Promotion, Ministry of Commerce on undertaking public relation activity to promote the export of Thai goods and services. As for the food industry, despite the incident of coronavirus 19 contamination in the production and export of food abroad, Thailand can still reassure consumers around the world that Thai food is safe and hygienic in the manufacturing process. Particularly, Thai government has issued the certificate of the COVID-19 prevention best practice in the food manufacturing process for export. The collaboration between 4 ministries, namely the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperative, Ministry of Public Health, Ministry of Interior, and the Ministry of Commerce to prevent to global buyers and importers. Last but not least, based on the information exchange from the notable speaker today, I hope that the activity is achieving all the objectives and goals. This will create the advanced step of Thai and Pakistan trade in the near future. Regarding the improve of COVID-19 situation and the update of the news on the vaccine, we wish to continue our relation and physical manner once again in the year to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Withiakon. A very useful information for us all to look forward to, but also the history for us to learn from. Now, without further ado, to give the welcome speech, the President of Thai Food Processor Association, Mr. Visit Limlucha. Mr. Visit, please.
Thank you, Khun Mat. Excellency Mr. Asim Iftikhar Ahmad, Pakistan Ambassador to Thailand, Mr. Withiakon Maninet, Deputy Director General, Department of International Trade Promotion, Ministry of Commerce, Thailand, all speakers from both sides, from Pakistan and Thailand, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say welcome to everybody to join our webinar on trade opportunities, food and agro-based products. In this seminar, we provide trade information, import-export opportunity between Pakistan and Thailand. You will know what are the agricultural raw material in Pakistan that Thai manufacturer can import to produce food. What industry is interested to invest in Pakistan? What kind of food does Thailand export to Pakistan? And which product is popular in Thailand or in the world nowadays, and also in Pakistan? Please follow our seminar until the end. We have an interested topic from speakers in both countries. Today, we are honored by Ambassador. We are honored by Deputy Director General Khun Withiakon, the Department of International Trade Promotion. We are honored by our speakers from both sides. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to introduce our Thai Food Processor Association for a short brief. Thai Food Processor Association was established with the following key objectives. The first objective is to promote and to develop establishment of processed food. The second, to provide the highest quality of scientific assistance and program in support our member. The third objective is to serve as a communication link between members and government agencies. TFPA provides the information and exchange view with the government agency in negotiating with importing countries. In terms of standard regulations, trade barriers, and also provide technical assistance for members. For example, the food standard, food safety, GMP, HACCP, and so on. And today we are trying to represent our members and so also try to make a business matching between two countries, businessmen between two countries, Pakistan and Thai. Thai Food Association also plays a supporting and recommending in roles in setting up both domestic food regulations and also international food standards. And today we are with the Pakistan Embassy. We will help both Thai and Pakistan business to promote trade of both countries. In these years, every country in the world face the same problem on the spread of coronavirus. The pandemic made airlines, hotels, restaurants to reduce their orders for food. But on the other side, we can still produce and sell our goods through other channels directly to the consumers. This business once bought premium grade of food from Thailand, but today Thai food producers receive a few or no orders from some restaurant. So we have to also adjust ourselves. The sale volume on hotel and restaurant catering business are dropping down a lot, but the sales volume on the consumer goods direct to the consumer is increasing. Thailand in 2019, we still ranks 11th of food exporter in the world among the global food exporter. And in Asia, we are number 2 after China. With more than 35 million tons per year of export food products. Thailand also has domestic trade value around 2 trillion baht a year. And also we have 1 trillion baht for export. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you to you all and also our organizer Informa Market who helped us to manage and prepare the webinar today. Hope and also thank you to Pakistan Embassy, especially Ambassador. Hope this will help everybody to find a way to trade more between two countries, Pakistan and Thai. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Khun Visit. So we have just learned all the working parts, whether from Pakistani side, from Thai side, from processor side. Now let us learn about the opportunities, shall we? So this may come as a surprise to some, but according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, or FAO, the global food import bill for the whole 2020 calendar year may even exceed that of 2019, particularly in the agriculture and essential products. The global food supply chain was impeded at the beginning due to the lockdowns, but has recovered and has remained resilient throughout the year. It is time for us all to look beyond the pandemic into the brighter future. First to the session, fish, seafood. Mr. Sayeed Akhlaq Hussain, the CEO of Akhlaq Enterprise in Karachi, but also the ex-chairman of the Pakistan Fisheries Exports Association. Mr. Akhlaq Hussain, please.
I started it because of hosting system. Hello, can you open my video? My video is not started. Hello. Okay. My regards to the Honorable Ambassador of Pakistan, Mr. Asim Iftikhar, and all the honorable panelists. And I say Salam Alaikum. Pakistan is a country that requires that we work with our friends more and more and offer our excellent country's resources for investment. See, the Pakistan coastline is more than 1,000 kilometers long, and our exclusive economic zone covers an area of 240,000 square kilometers. And the maritime zone of Pakistan extends up to 350 nautical miles from the coastline. A number of about 300,000 people are directly employed to the sector. The sector has a fleet of 14,000 boats of small, medium, and large vessels. There are a total 4 sea harbors, 2 in Karachi and 2 in Balochistan. In the year 2018 and 19, about 195,523 metric tons of seafood product exported to the world, which brought foreign exchange of $436 million, which is about $2.24 per kg against an average world price of $6.5. Now, our catch from sea marine resources is about 90%, and land aquaculture is only 10%. Now, the top 10 export markets of Pakistan, from the 429 million that we did in 2018 and 450 in 2019 and 436 in 2020, Thailand is nearly about 25% of our export. And if you will see this chart, then you can understand that. The trade of seafood between Pakistan and Thailand goes back a long way, but it has not progressed as much as it should have been, and is in fact has declined during the present time due to COVID and some other reason, because one of the item, which was Indian mackerel, that was going to Thailand in huge quantity, has not been coming in Pakistan much. And this table will give you sector-wise the fish and crabs, fish fillets, and dried fish and salted fish that goes to Thailand. And this will give you a figure of that what happened in 2019 and what happened in what will happen in the year 2020, which is a little bit less than 2019. And like I said, most of the seafood was sea caught, and the main species were traded. Pakistanis do not eat fish, many fishes that are found in their waters, especially the cephalopods, octopus, squid, and cuttlefish are available in abundance. But Pakistanis are not eating, and this is a very favorite species for Thailand. Like I said before, Indian mackerel was another cheaper species which was going to Thailand in big quantity, but its landings are reduced and are fluctuating from one season to another. Next slide, please. Next one. The biggest opportunity that lies is development of shrimp aquaculture, which has been the real winner in development of the export of all the world countries. India, Thailand, Vietnam, all of them have raised their export values from the shrimp aquaculture, which lacks in Pakistan. And it requires that we should do joint venture, and Pakistan has virgin chances, and Thailand is very advanced, and Pakistan and Thailand can establish this industry in joint venture. It could be a $3 billion industry. This is really an opportunity for Pakistanis and Thais. The opportunities are immense, and availability of coastal land and numerous creeks at delta of River Sindh and creeks from sea to shore on Sindh and Balochistan coast, where this is possible and can develop in multi-million-dollar industry. Next slide. Pakistan also lacks value addition industry in seafood and is a great chance for Thai investor with know-how to enter and to take advantage of the raw material available at source in cheap value, which can be converted into value addition, and both of us can make a lot of money from this. In this business, and using Pakistani cheaper labor can develop it to be a business that is not only needed for export, but also there is a great scope for local sales. After the culture of supermarkets and cold chain is now developing in Pakistan, and its huge population and rising standard of living, with a lot of returning Pakistanis who have lived abroad and are now used to eating supermarket processed foods. Next slide. Another area that needs to be looked into in Pakistan is absence of public cold stores. And due to this, our crops, our catch produced are sold at cheaper rates and are not stored to be sold after seasons to fetch better prices, and profit margin can be enhanced. Therefore, construction of cold stores and its availability will develop trading and the trend to sell prepared goods, foods immediately at whatever prices will be discouraged, and goods will get their correct and the right price. Next slide. It will also develop culture of trade and manufacturing, which in case of seafood does not exist, as manufacturing processing units have limited cold store spaces, and therefore they must empty them immediately to allow new processed goods to take their place, and so on. And this are exploited by buyers, and lower prices are accepted to be sold. Many of the factories in Pakistan are going into acquiring public cold stores at Thailand, which they are storing their goods and doing wholesale business to increase margin. Although it has created an unhealthy competition for those who are only manufacturer, processor in Pakistan. And in days of short landing, such people have an edge and fair business is damaged. Apart from frozen seafood business, Pakistan and Thailand are also doing live fish, dry and chilled fish trade, which has also a great potential to increase with expertise of Thai who can guide Pakistanis and look for joint venture in this high value seafood. Excellent opportunities exist to raise live fish crabs at coastal waters of Sindh and Balochistan. Next. There should be more interaction between PACFIA, which is our association, and Seafood Association of Thailand, with return visits quarterly under patronage of our ambassador Saab and the government like the TDAP, etc. Trade officials should take the business to new heights. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alan Hussein. Now, I hope everyone is paying attention. That is an $8 billion US dollars business that we're talking about here. I'd like to remind everyone that if you have any question, please drop in the Q&A box, and they will be going to the Q&A session at the end of the program. Now that is the seafood side, that is the fishery side. Now let's move on and go into the food products, the opportunities and potential. With us here today, the Trade and Investment Counsellor of the Pakistani Embassy in Bangkok, Mr. Muhammad Farooq Sharif. Please, Mr. Farooq Sharif.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen in Pakistan, and good afternoon to the ladies and gentlemen in Thailand. Assalamu alaikum and Swadikap. Today, the topic of my presentation and discussion would be agro and food products, potential and opportunities from Pakistan. The scheme of presentation would be as following. You might be, I think I have shared my screen with you. You might be looking at my presentation also. So first I will be discussing the country profile of Pakistan, then the bilateral trade activities between Pakistan and Thailand, agro and food products, potential and opportunities, and what is the way forward for increasing the bilateral trade between both the countries. Pakistan is fairly geographically large country with an area of about approximately 0.8 billion square kilometers. That is double the area of Thailand. With a population of 220 million, Pakistan is a very young country with 64% of its population below the age of 30 years. Therefore, the size of labor force is also immense. We have got the 10th largest labor force in the world, with strength of 60 million. Our GDP on purchasing power parity basis is 1.2 trillion US dollars. Pakistan has been fairly growing at good pace during the last few years. In 2018-19 financial year, our GDP growth rate was 3.3%. However, the same was declined during the COVID period to minus 0.4%. But we were fortunate that still our contraction of GDP was very, very minimal if we compare it to our neighboring countries or to the other countries in the region. And the future is rosy for Pakistan because it is estimated during the financial year 2020 and 2021, Pakistan may grow at a pace of 1.5 to 2.5%. Now we will have a look upon the Pakistan and Thailand's bilateral trade during the last 5 years. What were the trends? Since 2005-15, the bilateral trade between both the countries is growing at a very good pace. During 2016, there was a jump of 10%. During 2017, the trade growth rate was 37%. And during 2018, the growth was slightly flattened to plus 9%. While in 2019, however, during this year, the bilateral trade, it dropped by a margin of minus 13%. The major reason was drop in exports from Thailand to Pakistan. That was about minus 20%. The major reason was a slowdown in automobile sector of Pakistan because automobile and its components are one of the major items which are being exported by Thailand to Pakistan. However, the Pakistan's exports grew by a margin of 41%. The major reason for growth in export was a good growth in the seafood and fisheries. Is 58%, while Thai exports have dropped by a smaller margin. The major reason for the larger drop in exports is the deep slide in the exports of the fisheries products to Thailand, because fisheries constitute about 65% of our total exports of Pakistan to Thailand. If we see at the items, Thailand is mostly exporting high value added and advanced products to Pakistan. I would say advanced industrial products like automobiles, its engines, polymers, chemical products, plastics, synthetic and filament yarns, maize, steel, and other machinery parts. While Pakistan's major exports have remained in the seafood and fisheries sectors, which are the major component, that is about 65% of our total exports. Then ethanol, then we have also been successfully exporting small quantities of textiles and garments to Thailand, despite the presence of 30% custom duties on Pakistan products in Thailand, because we have yet not signed any FTA with Thailand. It is in the process. Then we have been exporting scientific and medical testing equipment, mineral products, paper products, rice, and other products. Now we will have a look upon what agro and food products have to offer from Pakistan. What are the potential and opportunities from Pakistan? So first we will have an overview of bilateral trade in food and agro sector. Pakistan's exports to Thailand, the total value has remained as 119 million US dollars. If there is an interesting thing, if we minus the figures of our seafood products from this total figure, then we will come to a figure of only 7.1 US million dollars. It means that out of our total exports in agro and food sector, 94% constitute the fisheries and seafood sector. Rest of the products are in very small quantities, that only a small figure of 7 million US dollars, and our at 4-digit level, our HS spread and diversity is also narrow. We are exporting in only 40 tariff lines. Conversely, Thailand is exporting to us products worth about 80.2 US million dollars, and at 4-digit level, the HS spread and diversity is larger than Pakistan, that is, they are exporting in 65 tariff lines. Now we'll see that what Thailand is exporting currently as of now to Pakistan. Thailand is exporting pulses, that is mung beans, desiccated another type of coconut. Then large quantities of ginger are also being exported from Thailand. Ginger is the largest item in the agro and food sector, worth about 20 million US dollars, which is exported every year from Thailand to Pakistan with a quantity of about 37,000 metric tons. Curry spice, corn, maize, and seed for sowing purposes is also one of the important items which is being exported from Thailand in this sector. Cassava starch, vegetable and other seeds for sowing purposes, fatty residues, then milk preparations for infants, batter mix, and doughs. They are also being exported from Thailand to Pakistan in significant quantities, about 1,474 metric tons per year. Sagu and breadcrumbs. Then we come to the group of the canned food products. In the canned food products, Thailand is exporting to Pakistan the fruits and vegetables and canned preparations, canned pineapple, roasted packed nuts, canned sweet corn, and fruit juices. The total export value of all these 4 or 5 items comes to approximately about 8 million US dollars. Then another important item, I would say the second largest item in value-wise, is flavoring powder, cocoa powder, milk, and cream preparations, which are being exported from Thailand to Pakistan. Sauces and seasoning, and about 2,944 metric tons of dog and cat food is exported to Pakistan every year by Thailand. Now, this is the slide which is depicting that what Pakistan is exporting to Thailand. We can see Pakistan is exporting in very small quantities and in very small values to Thailand, onion and shallots in processed form, then dates. Last year in 2019, for the very first time, Pakistan has exported significant quantities of dates to Thailand, about 592 metric ton. Dates is a new fruit in Thai market from Pakistan, which has been imported from Pakistan, and it is making its foothold slightly in this market. Then Basmati rice is another important item which Pakistan is exporting to Thailand. Thailand is self-sufficient in rice sector, but we are exporting in a different category, that is Basmati rice. Then maize and cornstarch, dried plant parts, thickeners, preparation of crab meat. Then another important item, that is citrus concentrate. In case of fruit concentrates, I will explain in the following upcoming slides. Pakistan has got quite a good potential, so we are already exporting citrus concentrate to the Thai companies. Then ethanol, which is not directly human consumption item, but it is being used in the Thai processing industries and industrial sector. Horticulture, or the fruits and vegetable products, they have got very important position in the global GDP, and about 200 billion US dollars worth of horticulture products, that is fruits and vegetables, are exported every year. Horticulture contributes to about 12% of our agri GDP. Pakistan is producing large quantities of fruits, that is, we are producing about 7 million metric tons of fruits every year. We are producing about 8 million metric tons of vegetables every year. But as we have a large population to feed at home, we have been able to export only small quantities of fruits and vegetables. Horticulture, or the vegetable and fruit sector, has got an important significance, and it has a significant position and significant, I would say, slab in the exports, in the world exports. Its exports are growing at a rate of about 4.1%. That is better than the average rate of exports in many other sectors. Horticulture and the fruit and vegetable exports have got very high potential for value addition. It is labor intensive and it creates jobs. It has got high visibility, and the income usually driven from this sector is trickled down to the village and agro communities all over the world. So what Pakistan is producing in the fruit sector? Pakistan is producing fairly a lot of fruits, a very good mixture of fruits. Pakistan is producing not only the tropical fruits, but we are also producing the temperate fruits. One of the largest fruit in quantity, in the terms of quantity and in the terms of value being produced, is citrus. We are producing about 2.3 million tons of citrus every year. And Pakistan has got globally 30th ranking in its production. It is followed by mango with a production of 1.7 million tons, with global ranking of 6th. We are 6th largest producing country in the world. Then apples, we are producing about 0.5 million tons of apples. Then dates, we are producing about 0.5 million tons, or 540,000 metric tons of dates, and we are the 6th largest dates producing country in the world. In guava, we are producing very good and very significant quantities that are equivalent to the dates, about 586,000 metric tons of guava. We are again 6th. And in case of apricot, we are again 6th largest producing country in the world. Pakistan is also producing banana, grapes, plum, and other fruits. So we can see from this slide, Pakistan is producing quite a good and a fair mixture of tropical and as well as temperate fruits, as almost all kinds of fruits are available in Pakistan, which have got commercial importance. What we have exported during the last years. During the last financial year, Pakistan has exported about 730 million US dollars worth of fruits and vegetables. The growth in this sector, if on year-on-year basis, has remained as 12.5%, one of the fastest growing export sector in Pakistan. As I already discussed, that we are producing citrus in the largest quantity, therefore we are exporting also the citrus in largest quantity, followed by the mango and the dates. So this sector has seen a phenomenal growth over the last decade, not only in terms of export, but also in terms of mechanization and I would say industrialization and food processing sector. I have compared our processing facilities for exports of year 2014 being a benchmark with year 2020. And you can see from the slide, the hot water treatment plants, which are mostly used for the treatment of the mangoes to kill the fruit fly and other pest and diseases, they have increased from 2 to 40 in 2020. Ethylene chambers, now we have got 45, vapor heat treatment plants 2, upgraded pack houses for fruits and vegetables about 90. So Pakistan has got a fairly good now base for exporting food products to the globe. Pakistan's value addition sector, if we take a look on this, that major products which we are producing are citrus juice and concentrate, mango pulp, guava peach, apricot pulp, clarified apple juice concentrate, apple puree, fruit juice and nectars, and pitted, packaged, processed dates. The total value of the value addition sector is 20.7 US dollar in millions. However, the global exports are about 25 billion US dollars. And from this figure of 20.7 million, I am talking about only the processed products. I have not included the value of the dates in this. So what are the destinations? What are the major countries to which we are exporting? Pakistan is exporting value-added export products, and mainly in this sector, I am talking about the fruit concentrates and fruit pulps. We are exporting to Netherlands, USA, UK, Afghanistan, UAE, Canada, Thailand, Oman, Somalia, and Qatar. So Pakistan is able to export products to all these destinations, especially the European destinations and the US destinations. So Pakistan's value addition sector during the last few years, as I have already explained, it has seen a significant development in the sector. Now there are multiple manufacturing plants in the country, advanced high-tech machinery. We are meeting international quality standards and certification. That is why it is possible that we are exporting to the USA and the European Union, as well as the Middle East and Thailand. We are exporting to many renewed multinational groups in the fruit products manufacturing sector over the globe. Now, I will give a special emphasis to this crop, that is dates, which is being produced in Pakistan. Pakistan is ranked as 6th largest producer of dates and the 5th largest area-wise, with a production of about 540,000 metric tons per annum. Out of this production, we are exporting about 100,000 metric tons every year all over the globe. There are 4 major clusters of dates production in Pakistan. They are spread all over the country, but mostly dates are being produced in Sindh and Balochistan region. In Sindh, it is being produced in Sakkar and Khairpur, while in Balochistan in Panjgur and Turbat. Pakistan is producing a large number of date varieties, almost in every size, in every taste, and in every texture. We are producing over 300 varieties of dates, out of which the commercially important varieties are Asil, Begum Jangi, Dhaki, Muzawati, Jansar, Karbalai, and Kapra. Majority of the fruit consumed is fresh and dried forms, but it is also being utilized in desserts, date syrup manufacturing, paste block, and bar manufacturing. It is also used to manufacture value-added products such as denatured ethanol and non-alcoholic sparkling drinks. So dates has also a consumption in the industrial sector also. About 80 to 90% of the total exports from Pakistan constitute semi-fresh or dry dates. Last year, Pakistan has exported about $70 million worth of dates all over the world. So we have got about 27 date processing factories in Pakistan with about 40 to 50 functional warehouses, an extensive setup of cold storage. More than 40 cold storages are in Pakistan. So Pakistan is able to export the dates all over the year. So what are the top exporting destinations for Pakistan? We are exporting dates to UAE, India, Nepal. Nepal is a newer destination for us. Last year, we have exported about $12 million worth of dates to Nepal. Then we are exporting dates to UK, USA, Germany, Oman, Turkey. Singapore and Thailand are again new destinations for us, which have entered the dates exports markets of Pakistan last year, and Australia. So Pakistan is exporting dates all over the world, almost all over the world, including the Europe, USA, ASEAN, and Middle East. If we take a look at the Thailand's date imports profile, Thailand's import market is not very big or very large. Thailand is importing about $4 million US worth of dates everywhere. Israel and Iran, they cover about 50% of the Thailand's market, while Pakistan stand at 6th. If we see from the data available at the MOC Thailand website. An interesting thing in this slide is this: if you compare the values, the sourcing values at which the countries are exporting to Thailand, you can see that Pakistan is selling at a very good price, that is about half the price of its nearest competitor, Egypt. And Pakistan is selling at 1/3 the price, the average price at which Thailand is buying dates from the world. as I have already discussed, that Pakistani dates are not only quality-wise competitive, because we have been able to export it to the USA, Europe, Thailand, and all of the major countries, but they are very price competitive, as you can see from this slide, that they are no other country comes near to Pakistan if we see from the point of view of the price competitiveness. Rice is another item which I would like to discuss, because rice exports from Pakistan to Thailand have been on the slight increase for the last few years. The market is small, but we have been able to export the rice to Thailand. The most important thing is that the rice from Pakistan is not in competition with the rice from Thailand, because Thailand is, everybody knows, one of the two largest producer of rice in the world, and one of the two largest exporter of rice in the world. But Pakistani rice in Thai market, Pakistan is basically exporting the long grain and in Basmati parboiled category. And Pakistani rice has got quite a good market repute and market adaptability in Thailand. Our expat community, especially the South Asian community and the Middle Eastern community, they are adopting, and they have got very good acceptability of Pakistani rice. So in the rice sector also, Pakistan has got potential to export to Thailand, however in small quantities. Then finally, we will have a look upon that what are the potential sectors in which Thailand can make immediate sourcing from Pakistan. That is seafood sector, citrus concentrate, fruits, pulp and purees, dates, rice, and spices. So what is the way forward? Way forward for increasing bilateral trade between Pakistan and Thailand. So there is as we have already discussed and gone through the presentation, we have observed that there is a significant untapped potential for improving bilateral trade between both the countries. Mutual cooperation in the areas of technology and knowledge exchange would be the very first step. Pakistan has an advantage of geographical area, but it is constrained by the low yields, lack of processing and storage facilities. This is the place where the Thai investors and the Thai businessmen come and can fill the gap. Thailand has opportunities to source the raw materials for fruits and vegetables for its processing industries. As I mentioned in the previous slides, that the raw materials, especially the fruit concentrates and the dates and the rice and the seafood, they are not only quality-wise competitive, but we are price competitive globally. Thailand can invest in food processing facilities. Thailand can invest in cold chain facilities in Pakistan. Market access for agro and food products is part of Pakistan-Thailand FTA talks. Market access and pest risk analysis procedures need to be expedited at the end of both of the countries. Then there is good news also, which Ambassador has also shared in the opening remarks, that MOU on agriculture cooperation has been finalized between both the countries, and it is only awaiting the confirmation for signing dates. Hopefully, with the rollout and with the signature of this MOU, the bilateral trade between both the countries would improve, and hopefully the issue of the market access at the end of the Thailand would be resolved during the path FTA talks. Because once the market access issue is resolved, then Pakistan, Thai businessmen and the Thai industrialist can source more freely from Pakistan, and Pakistan will be able to improve its exports in this sector. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for bearing with me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Farouk Sharif. So you may see a theme here: moving forward, way forward, progress, opportunities. Of course, that we have to look to that in order to get us out of the situation that we are currently in and have been experiencing this past almost a year now. So what we see so far, seafood, food. Let's go to the next opportunity and look at plant and plant materials from Pakistan. What is the process in importing and exporting? Today, we have Director General of the Department of Plant Protection from Pakistan, Mr. Allah Dita Abid. Mr. Dita Abid, please.
His Excellency, the Ambassador, as well as the dear panelists and ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon to all. The topic of presentation assigned to me is the procedures for import and export of plant and plant material into and from Pakistan. The Department of Plant Protection under the Ministry of National Food Security and Research has the mandate to regulate the import and export of plant and plant material into and out of Pakistan. The Department of Plant Protection regulates the import and export. The organogram of the Department of Plant Protection that is led by the Secretary, Ministry of National Food Security and Research, and the Plant Protection Advisor and Director General, Department of Plant Protection is the head of the department. And the matters of import and export are regulated by the quarantine wing of the Department of Plant Protection, which is headed by the Director Technical Quarantine. And if we see the next, please. Next. This is the organogram of the plant quarantine system in Pakistan that is headed by the Director Technical Quarantine, and then the Deputy Directors, and then the Plant Quarantine Inspector, as well as the entomologist. We have 24 entry and exit points for the plant and plant materials. Next, please. This is the basically the functions of the Department of Plant Protection. That is the phytosanitary certification. The phytosanitary certificate is issued for the plant material, which is going to be exported from Pakistan. All the procedures of certification regarding quarantine inspection and biosecurity clearance are given to the shipments that are destined as per requirements of the importing countries. And also the import consignments go under the inspection procedure and biosecurity clearance. For the purpose of exports, there is a system as per requirements of the imported country that from the production site, from the growers to the exit point, all the monitoring is done and the surveillance is carried out. And the inspections are carried out to ensure that the export commodity is free from all pests and diseases of the country of concern with respect to the importing country. Next, please. These are the major imports and exports, which has already been discussed by my colleagues and the respectable commercial counselor as well. Next, please. These are basically the regulations under which the import and export of plant and plant material is regulated by the Department of Plant Protection. This is the Plant Quarantine Act 1976 and the Plant Quarantine Rules 2019, and under the guidelines of the International Plant Protection Convention. There are 43 international standards for sanitary and phytosanitary measures under the IPPC. They are also incorporated and the guideline is taken wherever necessary. This is the Plant Quarantine Act, basically to prevent the introduction into and the transport from one state to another within Pakistan as well as out of Pakistan with respect to insect, fungus or other pests, to ensure that they are the shipments destined to the country of import are free from all such pests and diseases. Then under this act, there is a power to make rules, and the Plant Quarantine Rules 2019 has been promulgated recently. The regulated articles, there are three terms which are most commonly used under this Plant Quarantine Act, and these are the regulated articles: any plant and plant products, storage places, packing material, conveyance, containers, soil, and any other organisms, object or material that may contain invasive or alien pests. Next is the plants, living plants or parts thereof, and also the parts thereof are the unmanufactured material of plant origin, including grain and those manufactured products that by their nature or that of their processing may create a risk for the introduction and spread of such pests. The pest is any species or strain or biotype of plant, animal, or pathogenic agent injurious to plants or plant products. That may be insects, weeds, mites, snails, and viruses. The pest categorization is the regulated pest and the provisionally regulated pest. Then is the non-quarantine pest. The regulated pest is the quarantine pest, and the regulated non-quarantine pest which is further categorized as the prohibited pest and the controlled pest. Next, please. Next is the Plant Quarantine Rules 2019 under the provisions of Plant Quarantine Act 1976. These rules are to regulate the import and export of plant and plant material and other regulated articles or goods capable of infection or infestation. The inspection and certification is carried out by the authorized officers of the Department of Plant Protection, which are qualified and have trainings to certify the shipments that are destined to the countries of import, and also to ensure the entry of pest-free product into the country. Accordingly, after inspection and certification, the official certificates are issued by the authorized officers of the Department of Plant Protection. For export, the phytosanitary certificate is issued, as well as for import, the release order, import permit and release order are issued. These are the official certificates. And if some new material is imported, then biosecurity clearance procedure, as per procedure, is done for that import material. The issuance of phytosanitary certificate procedure is that the application is submitted for inspection, then inspection is carried out. If it meets the import requirements, then the phytosanitary certificate is issued. If it doesn't meet the requirements, then the consignment is rejected. These are the major schedules that are to be implemented for the purpose of imports. This is the Schedule 1 contains the list of products, plant or plant material, that are prohibited from specified countries. Also, the Schedule 2 is the list of products or the commodities that are prohibited, but they can be imported for experimental, therapeutic, or development purposes under limited quantities and under specified conditions, and also on the specified ports. The Schedule 3 also contains the list of products, the approved products that are commercially imported and that are imported on all the 24 entry or exit points in the Pakistan, and they are also under the additional declarations wherever necessary, as the pest risk analysis has been finalized and the import conditions have been specified against those products. Some products are subject to pest risk analysis if some product is not have attained market access with for entry into Pakistan. Then the pest risk analysis is initiated with the subject to the request from the country of export, as well as if we feel that this product is needed in Pakistan, then we also initiate market access request for that product. And for the pest risk analysis procedure, as per standardized performer under the International Plant Protection Convention, both the countries and the trading partners share the required information, and the terms and conditions are agreed for export of that material, and also the entry of that material under the additional declarations. This is the pest risk analysis procedure: import request, then initiation, pest categorization, assessment, then management, then drafting regulations, and also public notice more than 20 days, and enforcement. This is there is a special import permit for commercial products or regulated goods or articles under Rule 11, that is under Schedule 3, as specified by the importer. It is, but the product should not be in Schedule 1. But it could have the additional declaration, and the permit should be valid for the period of 6 months. Next is the permit for germplasm or transgenic or GMO genetically modified organisms. Pakistan NOC from the Pakistan Environmental Protection Agency is required because the National Biosafety Committee is the regulatory body, and that is under the Pakistan Environmental Protection Agency. If they permit for that, then research and for experimental purpose, DPP approves the post-entry quarantine facility and then allows its import in limited quantities and under specified conditions. The shipping conditions would be from the pest-free area, free of soil contamination, no pesticide label, truth of labeling, as well as in closed or sealed containers. If it is imported in violation of an import permit, then the consignment is subject to destruction or re-export to the country of origin. Examination of examination of the transgenic or genetically modified organisms is also carried out, and it is in such way inspection application received, then documents review and site inspection of the sampling. Then living modified organisms test. If unapproved living modified organism is found, then the consignment is destroyed or returned, and if it's clear, then it is allowed. But is it labeled with living modified organisms or genetically modified organisms? Some are the prohibited items without permits. That is the soil and rooted plants, live insects, microbial cultures, biocontrol agents, fresh cut flowers, log, lumber, and other wood goods or articles. Next is the prohibition of information, plants and plant products. These are special cases of importation of prohibited items for the scientific purpose or the research purpose. They can be allowed under specified conditions. Post-entry quarantine facility, there are special SOPs, and it is established under the supervision of the Department of Plant Protection. Biosecurity clearance is properly followed, and this is the procedure for biosecurity clearance. Next, please. After, if the consignment is imported, this is the biosecurity clearance of plant and plant product, which is arrived with the valid IP RPC. The application is received. If it is checked whether documents are complete, then the inspection is carried out. If it is found free from injurious insect pests and imported as per the specified conditions, then it is allowed entry. The compliant shipment or the consignment is free from all risks, then it is allowed entry into the country. But if it is found that the shipment is non-compliant, and if there is some that could be allowed entry with some treatment, then treatment is ensured, and notification of non-compliance is conveyed to the country of export, and then the consignment is allowed entry into Pakistan. But if it is non-compliant and there is no treatment available, then the consignment is rejected or exported to the country of origin. Next, please. This is the DP accredited processing or storage facilities with respect to export, as well as we export mangoes from hot water treatment. There are 36 hot water treatment facilities from which we are exporting mangoes to Iran, to Australia, to EU, and other sensitive, China, and other sensitive countries of the world. There are 2 vapor heat treatment plants. Also, there are the 2 irradiation facilities. For citrus, we have the cold treatment plants. There are 15 cold treatment facilities which are registered with the Department of Plant Protection. So is the packing houses, registered orchards for mangoes, rice, also the rice processing facilities, and also for fumigation, there are 50 companies. This is the final message. Biosecurity is about investment for long-term sustainability. If done wrong, biosecurity always represents a risk. But if done right, then biosecurity can be enabler to support development, establish and maintain market access, and support sustainable economic returns. Thank you so much.
Right, Mr. Dita Abid, thank you very much for that quite insightful information. I'm sure that there's a lot of opportunity that a lot of participants are taking notes. So now we hear from Pakistani side. We went from seafood, we went from dates all the way to Basmati rice, to plants and plant materials. Now, bilateral trade cannot be done without going both ways. We've heard from Pakistani side, of course, from Thailand side. What we have today for the Thailand side, the topic is Thailand Food Markets trend. We have a distinguished speaker for us today, the advisor of the Thai Food Processors Association, Mr. Apirak Kosiotin.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Apirak, we can hear you. Please proceed. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm currently the advisor of the Thai Food Processor Association and also a chairman and CEO of BFood Thailand. Today's topic that I would like to share with you is about Thailand food market trend. We have been working in the food and beverage industry for over 30 years, mainly in big corporations like PepsiCo, which is include most of the food business here in Thailand. If you look at our current population, the next slide please, you would see that most of the Thai people, currently we have 69 million people, which about 50-50, has been living in urban area. That means urban population is roughly around 35-36 million people, which including the big city like Bangkok, which is the capital of Thailand. In Bangkok, we also combine what we call the Greater Bangkok or the outer skirt of Bangkok. So within this area, that could be combined up to 15 million people, with a lot of high purchasing value. They also have a big urban area or the big city in each region of Thailand, which including the north, like Chiang Mai. If some of you might have the opportunity to travel to Thailand, you might like to go up north to Chiang Mai, or some other big city in northeast, like Khon Kaen, Udon Thani, Korat, or Nakhon Ratchasima, Ubon Ratchathani. In the central part, also very famous like Chonburi, Pattaya, things like that, and including in the south, the big city like Phuket, Hat Yai, Surat Thani, Nakhon Si Thammarat, things like that. The slide that I have shared with you is mainly focused on the urban people area, with the number of the population is roughly around 36 million people. For the past year, you would see a lot of growing sector of the middle class of Thai people living in the urban area. And this group of people have increasing a lot of purchasing power. Most of them is working as the middle class or the professional. Some of them is the entrepreneur, and most of them is the new up and coming, younger or new generation, if you like. And lately, especially this year, in this 2020, as everybody aware of this COVID-19 pandemic that has been spread everywhere, including Thailand. So most of the people during the COVID or even currently is really concerned about their health, mainly what we call new normal, of Thai people lifestyle. So what they really demand is how they could stay healthy, how they could really look after themselves or their family. So I would rather like to emphasize that the market food trend in Thailand is clearly geared towards more healthy food and beverage or healthy beverage, food and beverage product. And that's including the younger generation, which including the student, teenager, or student in the university, first jobber, or the people that work in the office, mainly in Bangkok and big city, or even the growing number of a very active sector of women who mainly would go for shopping. So this really, the current situation of Thailand food market, if you like. Second area that I would like to emphasize is that Thailand is one of a very most active that using the social media. So most of the Thai people, especially when they talking about how they like to go for shopping, how they like to go or order for the food, they mainly go into social media. For example, they use Line. Line is one of a very most popular social media or application that Thai people use. Apart from Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter that most of the country would know. So when they look into how they advertise the food product, mainly they got information from these so-called social media, or including the e-commerce, that people right now, they buy from Shopee, they buy from Lazada, things like that. Apart from, these so-called social media, most of Thai people, they like shopping. They would like to go to convenience store like 7-Eleven, which in Thailand, they have up to 12,000 outlets around Thailand, which is one of a big 7-Eleven outlet in the world, probably around in the ranking number 2 or 3, next after Japan. Apart from those convenience stores that is almost everywhere in Thailand where people could go every day or sometimes twice a day, 3 times a day to buy food. And they also have so many, up to like many thousands of SKUs, mainly the food product that's selling in 7-Eleven, in convenience store, in supermarket, which is located in Bangkok and the big city around Thailand. The food product, that sell in those modern trade, if you like, would mainly best selling is in the chew product form. It's like the product that has been produced by pasteurized process. The shelf life is up to like from 5 days, 7 days, up to 12 days. But it is very fast moving, of the people who like to go to modern trade, especially 7-Eleven or supermarket to buy food stuff or to buy beverage. And mainly the product which is growing very important, especially for the last couple years, mainly this year, is, I would like to say, healthy product. Or currently this year, rather people go to 7-Eleven, go to modern trade, they would go to buy the product or to buy food, to eat at home or to eat at the office through application. One of the most popular application here in Thailand for the apps and delivery is Grab, it's Line Man, it's like Food Panda from Germany. So those applications, they also have the rider. For example, because as you may know, in Bangkok, mainly on the big city, the traffic, is a very bad traffic, if you like. So people, rather than, buying the product, from this application, and in up to like 15, half an hour, they would get the food. So that's the new changing behavior, of the Thai people, geared towards more convenient, geared towards using social media, geared towards more a very high value and more healthy product, if you like. Or in terms of, the outlet of the restaurant, quick service restaurant, when they go out for eating, Thai people, especially younger generation, they like to go to the restaurant or the quick service restaurant like fast foods. Like every big city around the world, they like to go to McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut, or some kind of more of the global brand. So right now, those of the outlet, they changing the menu to be more value and to be more, healthy food, for the people. Or if you go to buy coffee or the drink, at the food store or the coffee, right now, people prefer for the beverage that have less sweet and less sugar. So I would like to share, this is the current situation of how only a very couple years that middle class, younger generation, has been dominant in this so-called, a very focus, on the healthy food and beverage trend. If you go for the next slide, you will see that apart from only the healthy food and beverage trend, right now they're having, a new emerging trend, which is called plant-based food. Plant-based food is mainly, the food that people normally is really get used to, partly because of in Thailand, we grow a lot of fruit and vegetable. So people could get a fresh fruit and vegetable in the fresh market, or if they go to the supermarket, they could buy, a lot of these plenty of fresh fruit and vegetable. But right now, rather than they go to eat some normal food or even import fruit and vegetable from other country, or eating, the meat product, to get the protein. Right now, they look for more alternative product that made from plant. For example, people normally would drink cow milk every day, like we grow up with the milk or cow milk. But right now, a younger generation or many family, they don't drink milk anymore because of some kind of allergy, or they prefer product which we call lactose free. So they also have alternative milk that made from plant. The one which is very popular here in Thailand is soy milk. So you would see a lot of big brand of soy milk, which is very popular in Thailand, like Vitamilk, Lactosoy. Or lately, they also have, the young entrepreneur who launched the product that's made the pasteurized soy milk, named Tofu-san, which is sell very, very popular in 7-Eleven, in many supermarket. So if you like, to this emerging growing trend, you will see that Thai consumer is really interested to look after themselves. They drink less carbonated soft drink. I used to work for Pepsi Cola, for the last 20-30 years ago. It used to be a mainly beverage, for Thai people. But right now, they drink less of carbonated soft drink. They drink a lot more of pure water, or bottled water. And mainly this year, because of this COVID pandemic here in Thailand, people concerned about their health. So they have a lot of launched new product, like vitamin water, or the high vitamin C, drink for the people that like to boost their immune system. So you would see that they have a lot of highly awareness, of the people when they look for the food, which is they look for a more functional benefit, of the food they eat. They look more of more functional benefit or vitamin from the beverage, they drink, or they look for the product that have less sugar, or less sweet, so that's the new trend that I would like to share with you. And if you look for the next slide, this is some of the example of the product, that my company, BeFood Thailand, has been selling. We grow the sweet corn, in the western part of Thailand, and we are the first one or the market leader who produce ready-to-eat corn in 7-Eleven and in modern trade, under the brand name V Corn. And we also have, using, our corn, which is we promote through contract farming, with the grower, in the western part of Thailand, to produce corn cob, produce corn kernel in the cup, and produce corn milk, which is, the new alternative milk apart from soy milk, for the Thai consumer. And if you look for the next slide, you will see that, currently this is some of the example to share with you why I'm talking about the emerging trend, of the healthy food. We have 3 categories of the product, which is the flagship corn product, ready to eat, healthy food, and healthy beverage. So this is, some of the example that you would see that a lot more of the Thai consumer, especially who live in the urban area, which is roughly around 35-36 million population, also looking for the new trend. And we do hope that, we could collaborate or work with Pakistan, which is some of you has already lived here in Thailand, and we could also, collaborate to see the opportunity both way. Or at least if you spot the trend or the market trend of the food, you would clearly better understanding of how the Thai people were looking for. Thank you, for the time, and thank you that, let me share some of the thought and the trend of the Thailand food market for everyone here. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Apirak. That is quite an enlightening information. With crisis comes opportunity. We see the shift, the adaptation, and the launching of new products here in Thailand. And also the landscape of the consumer behavior, from e-commerce to food delivery to healthy and functional food and beverage. But let's hear more. With us here today.
Let me probably add a little bit more, a few seconds.
Yes, please.
If you like, apart from the healthy food that I mentioned about, or some other beverage that I mentioned, they also have the new trend that also, our association is starting to promote. It's called plant-based protein or plant-based meat. You may heard about, these popular Beyond Meat or Beyond Burger or Impossible Food in the US, which they produce most of the new alternative protein from soy or from mushroom. Here in Thailand also have currently a lot of a vegan or a lot of vegetarian or a lot of normal people that look after for the alternative protein apart from the red meat or white meat or some other source of protein. So that's another thing that I would like to add. So that would be growing faster, and that could be, I would say, in the big category in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that added content. It's amazing how food development has come to in this case to imitate meat, Beyond Meat, to mention, and hopefully that it will find into the hands of consumers everywhere, to those who are interested or health conscious. Thank you very much, Kunabir. So with us here today, another person to provide the Thailand Food Markets trend, the Vice President and Chairman of Food Ingredients and Ready-to-Eat Processors Group, Mr. David Lau Chi Wai. Mr. David, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present in behalf of TFPA. I'm the chairman of the Food and Ingredients and Ready-to-Eat Processing Food Group, including the soybean and also the plant-based food, and also the vice president of the associations. Under our group, we have around 49 companies, mainly is doing auto source, ready-to-eat soybean products and also the plant-based food. We can see from the source and ingredient group, we are going up since, the export is going up every year. If compare from the last year and up to now, we have grown around 20% of it, of the export. And the main products we are exporting now is the auto soya sauce, chili sauce, fish sauce, oyster sauce, and soybean sauce like that. But the value doesn't go up because of the situation of the COVID. And about the main thing is about the exchange rate. The Thai baht is getting stronger for the around 7 to 8%. So according to in US dollar, we are going down at 0.3%. But according to the volume, we are going up around 20% of it. Why the sauce are going up almost every year for exporting? Because actually a bottle of sauce, normally people only consuming around, I can say around 5 to 10% only, and the rest they will just throw it away. Because when you take out the soy sauce in one dish, and then you just dipping for a few times, and maybe you take around 5% of it, and the rest you cannot get back to the bottle. Even the chili sauce is the same. So that's why the volume is going up. So the main things of the sauce is so important. And during the COVID times, everyone is staying at home and they needed to cook at home. So if you have seafood or you have meat, either beef, lamb, or seafood, if it's fresh, everywhere is the same taste. But if you put different kind of sauce in it, it becomes different kind of menu of different country. So we make, for myself, we make around more than 100 different kind of sauces. And for the last year, I can see from the export that we are exporting to Pakistan around 1.29 million of the sauce. And the total that we are exporting to over the world, I can say, you can see from here. The sauce that we are exporting from January to October, totally around 376,572 tons. Export value is around $344 million US. It's increasing around 20% of the sauce exports compared with January, October 2019. Export value decreased by 0.3%. The soy sauce, chili sauce, fish sauce, oyster sauce, and soya milk drained export quantity are increased, but the tomato sauce and salted beans, soya beans export quantity are decreased. The reason because tomato sauce from China is cheaper than Thailand. So this is the reason. So according to the HS code of 2103, harmonized system code of sauce and preparations, altogether you can see from the chart. Going to US is around 12.4%. In Japan is around 9.4%. Australia is 7%. So to Philippines is approximately 6.9%. Malaysia is using quite a lot, around 4.6%. United Kingdom is around 5.5%. So for the ASEAN itself, still are growing, like Cambodia, Myanmar, and also going to Europe, like Germany and Netherlands. So the other country altogether is around 36.2%. The one thing that if you want to cooperate between Pakistan and Thailand, as I think, I talked to ambassador, I know that there's a lot of concentrated fruit juice, like apples, and a lot of fruits that they may concentrate. And actually, our juice market is quite huge in Thailand, and we are importing quite a lot from all over the world. And also the seafood is also import from Pakistan. So as I think, the best is we make our business matching between Pakistan and Thailand through our platform of the TFPA, Thai Processor Associations, Food Associations. So we can see all our members, we have the seafood group and we have the food and vegetable good group also. So these two groups, we can find all the buyer that who have potentially will be import all those things from Pakistan. And then we will set up a meeting online for business matching. And I think the business can be started very soon. According as I talked to the ambassador tell me that the price are very competitive. So if the quality is good, price competitive, why not? We are going to import it. The trends of the future, for the future, people like healthy products. So sauce now we are making low sugar, low fat, and low calorie, low sodium. So the health concerns, as WHO, they say we needed to reduce our sodium. And a lot of problem of even in Thailand or in Pakistan, the heart attack is number one killer for the disease. So the thing is from the sodium. If the sodium is too high, so then you have heart problems. So now we are developing all this. For myself nowadays, our company, we are developing now to make all those vegetables to be freeze dry. That means the vegetable will only have 1/10 of the weight, and all the color remain the same, and the shelf life to be 3 years under vacuum conditions. So for this is the future, that you have lighter and longer shelf life. For logistic, no need to have cold chain. You just send it by a normal dry container. Even the warehouse, you just put in the dry air warehouse. And this is the things that I think is for the future. And other one things that the main things that we are doing nowadays is for all the airlines sell on board all the food. We make like congee, the new train is coming out, the congee that you just pour hot water inside, 5 minutes you can have it. Shelf life another 2 years, room temperature also. So actually, for the future markets, we needed to go for healthy and with the lightweight and with the low sodium and low fat and other one things that we can import all those ingredients like raw material from other country and we reprocess. For make an example, we are number one export of the tuna can in the world. Why? But we don't have the tuna. We import almost everything from overseas. But we have technology. We produce all those things and make in can and in pouch form, and we export. The local content of the tuna, only 85% is imported, 15% is local content. That means we are doing like the workmanship and the processing, only 15%, but we are number one in the world. And also in the sweet corn section, also we are number one in the world exporting. So we use the technology to increase more productions and help the farmer getting, I can say, more income. And with the technology, we can do it and we become the number one in the world also. And another one things that even Pakistan import from us is the pineapple. the pineapple, we are also the #1, the biggest exporter of the world also. So either in concentrated in juice or in pineapple canned. So this is the things that in the future, and I think we will cooperate with the embassy of Pakistan in Thailand to make the business matching in the future for all those fruit and vegetables and also the seafood products. Anyway, thank you very much for to listen for my presentation. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. We seem to see the theme here: health conscious, functional food and beverage. And it is the way that the pandemic has put us in, and it's the way that the consumer demand and consumer behavior has shifted. Now we see the trends that we have here in Thailand already. Now, let's explore the opportunity in trade in the food products from Thailand. With us here today, we have the Secretary General of Thai Food Processors Association, Mr. Piyawong Sisangnam. Mr. Piyawong, please.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Arch, and good afternoon, distinguished guests and speaker. My topic today is exploring an opportunity to trade food products from Thailand. And before going to the topic, I would like to show you a number of trading between Thailand and Pakistan. Last year, total trade value between Thai and Pakistan is $257 million. Thailand import from Pakistan for $178 million, and Thailand export to Pakistan for $79 million. But for this year, as everybody knows, because of the COVID-19, make our trade value reduce by 35%. From 211 to 138 million dollar. This year, Thai import from Pakistan $79 million, and Thai export to Pakistan for $58 million. Mostly, Thailand will import more than export to Pakistan. Except for this year, Thailand tend to import more from Pakistan compare import value on 2012 to 2019. It increased by 345%, or if you give an average by year, it's 45% per year. From $40 million in 2012 to $178 million in 2019. And the main product Thailand import from Pakistan is fishery product, which represent 92% of total import value, around $79 million. For the export side, even though last 3 years, Thailand export value is slightly reduced, but compare the number of 2012 to 2019, it was increased by 140%, or around 24% per year. And main product Thailand export to Pakistan are products from rice and nut, is 44%, and And the second one is spice is around 28%. And the third is the processed foods around 10% of. If we give closer look to the export value of our Thai food processing member, is also increased from 1.25 million US dollar in 2012 to 8.27 million US dollar in 2019, or 561% increase. And the top three value that our member export to Pakistan are seaweed, canned pineapple, and spice and sauce. By the seaweed snack, our member export to Pakistan for 3.25 million US dollar. For canned pineapple is 2.24 million US dollar, and spice and sauce is around 0.85 million US dollar. And if we talking about the opportunity for trading food product from Thailand, I still think that the processed food is still a big opportunity for the Pakistan trader to import from Thailand, such as seaweed snack or product from rice and nut, processed fruit and vegetables such as canned fish, canned fruit, pineapple, canned sweet corn, canned vegetable, and dry fruit and fish. And also the sauce is also a big opportunity, such as chili sauce and fish sauce. Another great opportunity for the import for the import for the Pakistan importer to import from Thailand is sugar. I know that Pakistan can produce sugar, but I think maybe because of the demand of the sugar in Pakistan is very high, so sometimes you have a shortage period such as this year. And Thailand is number 3 sugar exporting country in the world. So I think this is a great opportunity that if Pakistan shortage in sugar and can import from Thailand. But there are some challenge in export food product to Pakistan. First is import duty. Most of the products such as canned food, canned tuna, canned fruit and vegetable, canned pineapple sauce and fruit juice have to pay import duty for 20%. But only pineapple juice is 16% and desiccated coconut is 3%. Another challenge in exporting food product to Pakistan is Pakistan market need a low-cost products, but because of a very high import duty, so it will be a big challenge for Thai exporter to export product to Pakistan. And the last one, law and regulation is also a big challenge for Thai exporter also, because every editable product have to show Urdu language on the label, which is a bit difficult from Thai exporter. And before I ending my presentation, I would like to touch a bit on the opportunity for trading food product from Pakistan. As I mentioned to you in the beginning of my presentation, that the biggest proportion in importing food from Pakistan is fishery product. However, I would like to show you some import number of fishery product in Thailand. Thai import crab material by country in 2019, the total is 17 million metric tons. which we import from Pakistan only 20% or 4,600 metric tons. Thai import sardine material in 2019 is 118,000 metric tons, and we import from Pakistan only 1%, is 1,267 metric tons. Thai import shrimp and prawn from other country in 2019 is total 11,000 metric tons. But we import from Pakistan only 12% or 1,200 metric tons. I show you this number, meaning the Pakistan still have a lot of room to increase exporting value of fishery product. However, there are some challenge in increasing number of exporting. To import fishery product, Thai importer need good handling practice across production chain, and also the codec and GMP has up in the process. And last, all products have to be traceability and need non-IUU fishing certificate. Another opportunity of trading food from Pakistan I would like to mention is fruit products such as mango and orange. Pakistan is #3 mango exporting country in the world and the 6th largest grower of orange in the world. On the table, I show you the different time for the harvest of these two products. It is a great opportunity for Thailand to get fruit from Pakistan during off-season, as you see this. However, there are two big challenges in importing food product from Pakistan. First is Thai importing duty. Thai import duty for fresh mango is 40%. Thai import duty for the for the orange is 30%. And the second challenge is the logistics, because our fruit have to be sent to Thai in the short time, but the lead time for the ocean freight from Pakistan to Thailand is around 7 to 14 days. Lastly, I hope Thai and Pakistan will have more cooperation, which finally will increase our trade value. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. P. So we see where we are, we see how we can improve, whether from the difficulties in logistics or the higher tariff than the locally produced. So again, we're coming back to the word opportunities. We see the way forward, and we see the consumer behaviors that may be able to find a way for us to get out of this COVID situation and look into the 1 year ahead. So let's get into the Q&A session here. We have got several questions for the speaker. Let's go into the specific one first for Mr. David. There's a question on the cricket powder. The question is, how about edible insect like cricket powder? How do you find the trend and the opportunity for the cricket powder? Mr. David.
Yes, a very good question. And I would like to say, the insect actually is the future food for human, because we have not enough food. The insect have high protein. The thing is how to process that into powder. That's really important. So if you go to fry it, it will be a very high, I can say very high fat content. And as I think, the best way is going to steam it. And after that, we use the fish dry technology to take out all the moisture, and then later we become powder. So this is the safest way, and this will be safe for human to consume all those insects. This is not only for crackers. I think for other insects, we can also use it. And the main thing is how to make it safe for people to consume. And I think Thailand have this technology. Am I answering this question okay?
Yes, I do have a follow-up question. We have seen, myself have seen actually, the protein bars made from cricket powder. But myself, I could not get over the taste and the smell of the cricket powder. We will be able to get to the point where we overcome the challenge of the mindset that we are eating a part of insect, and the development in the food ingredient or food technology side in order for us to sustain and use cricket as the replacement for protein, as energy.
As I say, if we can process it without using the oil to fry it, so this has become a very healthy. The best thing is go and steam it, like sterile one time, and then after that we use the low temperature, minus 40 degrees, and under wet cup condition, and take out all the moisture from the insect. And later we make the insect, either we can sell the whole insect, or we can brand it as a powder. And to use it, all the taste, all the color will remain the same without changing.
Thank you. So it is also my understanding that the cricket powder is still a very in an infantry stage. There has not been a mass production on that side yet. But of course, coming back to the word opportunity, there's always opportunity there, and we've seen and we've heard directly from David here that there's quite a big opportunity. Now, I have another question. Actually, we have another question for David. The question is on food ingredient. Do you think it will be able to replace plant-based protein as food ingredient?
For the plant-based as a food ingredients, I think we are doing now in our company. We all those plant-based food, like it's like chicken, like beef, and then we put in different kind of like in soup, like in curry, just replace the chicken and also the beef. This is something we have been done already, and people cannot separate. This is plant-based ingredients, but it's good for people that either they like to have a better health, that and the protein is the same, because the plant-based mostly we are getting from the soybean, from the corn, a lot of veggie that we can mix together, and then and coming out exactly like the plant-based now we make is like a piece of steak. You cannot see this is not beef, and you cannot see this is chicken when you taste it. So actually, plant-based can be replaced also chicken and even for beef or seafood, but we just use the different kind of sauce. That's really very important is the sauce. So that's why if you have a good sauce, good curry, and you put the plant-based food inside the ingredient, exactly like the chicken and the beef, no difference.
Thank you. I would like to just ask the same question to Kun Piyawong from the Thai Food Processors Association. Do you find businesses would get into the alternative type of food ingredients, or are there anyone that's already doing that in mass production? Mr. Piyawong?
Actually, for our associations, we have a lot of companies. We have more than 200 different kinds of companies. 200 companies are joining us together. So according to this, actually, you can use the platform of our associations to connect it. Like either you want to import or export from Thailand, just go through our platform in here. And then TFP8, we are an association that's 52 years already. And mainly it's a non-profit organizations. So it's welcome to join us and visit us, or either going to our website, thaifood.org, or send email to us. So we can connect together, and we have a very good cooperation with the Pakistan Embassy. And either you can go through the Pakistan Embassy, go through the ambassador to make the inquiry that what kind of product you want to export and what kind of products you want to buy and import to Pakistan. Just go through us.
Thank you, Mr. David. We have a question for Mr. Pia Wong. From the production side, how do you find the cricket powder and plant-based protein being produced now, whether in SME level or a mass level?
I think the technology that used to produce the cricket powder, we call the freeze dry. If you talk about the freeze dry last 10 years ago, this technology is very expensive. But nowadays, the technology is a lot cheaper, which means if this product is popular, so it's easier to add more machine to produce this product to be mass and can support to the consumer.
Thank you. So that means that we have the technology already.
Yeah.
We see the technology is coming in from whether from Taiwan, from Korea, from China to supply the technologies at a reasonable cost for the SME levels to produce. Okay, so with that, what is the technology in need for the Thai food processors right now? Just added on to the question and the comment that you mentioned.
Can you repeat again? I don't understand your question.
What are the technologies that are in need right now? For example, automation for food safe, high output, high efficiency, food safe, or those kind of technologies. What are the trends right now?
Now I think it's more on we call robot, right? Because if you talk about the food processing process in the past until now, most we have to use a labor. A lot of labor have to prepare the fruit, have to prepare the fish. And so far, the labor in Thailand is very difficult to find. Like now, Thailand is going to be the senior society, and we don't have much the young people to work. Now, most of the labor that we use is from Myanmar or Cambodia. So, and the cost of the labor is more expensive. And compare of the labor cost with invest in the high technology or robot. Now I think it's more reasonable to invest in robot. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I add on to that. I have a question for Mr. Syed Al-Khalaq Hussein. Do you find from the seafood side, did you find automation and robotics or technologies as a disruption in your business?
Well, we are far behind actually to have robots and other technology coming into it. Actually, this is what Pakistan is a virgin place for you. Pakistan has been so far, you can say, exporting raw material, basically. So we are not into the value addition where this kind of technology comes in. So this is a good point for Thai investors to come in and join hand with us. If they're already using it in Thailand, then they can come and join us. We have very good raw material. We have place, we have the establishments, and then with your technological know-how and what you have done in your country, you can start doing that in Pakistan, coming into joint venture with us. And of course, like we said, both the associations can identify people from both sides who are ready to do this and are able to do this. I think this is what we can do.
Very good point. Thank you. Mr. Farooq Sharif, I have the same question to you in the food sector. Do you find automation and robotics being a disruption in that sector?
Yes, this is a very interesting question. Pakistan, as I already have explained in my presentation, we are producing a lot of fruits and we are producing a lot of vegetables. Although we are exporting small quantities of these fruits and vegetables, the major reason is that we have got a huge population. And the second major reason, what I would say from the exporter or the industrial point of view, that is the most important thing, is that whatever we are producing, it is restricted to a season. So during a season, a glut is produced and we don't have much processing facilities. We do have developed processing facilities in the last few years, but still there is a lot of room and place there. And especially in the case of cold chain facility and the cold chain transportation facilities and the transportation facilities, we need a lot of investment there. And there the Thailand has the opportunity to come in and fill in that gap. And when we come to the use of the robotics and the use of the other advanced technologies. Yesterday, I was attending a webinar that was arranged by the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization. And during this COVID period, I think the technological development which was going to take place, which was ought to take place in the next 5 or 6 years, that advancement has been compressed to the last 6 months. So many things have been produced during these last 6 months, especially in the fields of robotics and the advanced technologies. Now there is availability of very high quality sensors, big data, algorithms, softwares, and the apps which can help the farmers in boosting their production. In countries like Pakistan, where we have a lot of labor and we have a lot of workforce, and the labor is also very cheap if we compare it with Thailand, our average labor prices are 5 times cheaper than the Thai labor prices. Yes, we can see that, and many people can see it also a threat, the advent of the robotics and the technologies, because usually these things, they replace the existing labor. But according to my point of view, these can be, they may not be considered as a substituting factor, but they can be considered as a measure of reinforcement. These things, they can help the existing labor, they can help to improve their productivity. So to come up to the crux, I would say the robotics and the advent of the new technologies, they are not seen as a threat, but they will be, I would say, the force multiplier in the food processing, in the agro and food business. And the second thing I would again emphasize is this, that as I have already explained in my presentation, that we have a lot to offer, especially in case of raw materials. As I have discussed, that we can provide one of the cheapest price-wise dates, but with the highest quality. Similarly, in case of the fruit concentrates and the fruit purees, we are already exporting to many countries, so we can offer it to Thailand, and the Thai industrialist has a great opportunity to avail this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. A very, very good information right there. And of course, that there are countries who are in the aging society, automation is heavily required. But in the countries where the labor cost is friendly to the businesses, it may be a disruption in a sense. So with the trends and the demand and the consumer behavior that we have, Mr. Sharif, if you don't mind, I'd like you to go elaborate into what we are looking forward to in terms of the MOU that is coming, or the FTA that is in the talks right now. What specific product, what specific industry is going to be able to benefit from the MOU and the FTA?
First, I will slightly talk about the MOU, which has been finalized and which is going to be signed, hopefully, within short period of time between the agriculture ministries of both the countries. In case of agriculture or the agro and food products, the basic issues which are being faced by the agriculture exporters in every country are the SPS measures, or the sanitary and phytosanitary measures, and we also sometimes call them the non-tariff barriers, which are erected by almost every country in the world which is producing the agriculture products. So by proceeding forward with this MOU, both the agriculture ministries and both the governments and both the sides, they would be talking to each other more comfortably. There would be the basic parameters of, I would say, communication and going ahead has been set. This MOU will help future cooperation, not only in the fields of the technology, but also in the fields of the knowledge transfer, understanding each other, and would also pave the way for an easy market access, where both the countries will be able to I would say, recognize each other's quality and the food standards, as well as the sanitary and phytosanitary certifications. So this MOU is a stepping stone. This is the first step towards the opening up of the markets of both the countries for each other. So it would go a long way in improving and enhancing the bilateral trade between both the countries. Now I would come to the second part of your question, that as you have asked, that in what sectors the industries from both the sides or the sectors of both the countries are going to benefit from the FTA. Thailand has a fairly advanced industry. Thailand is an industrialized nation, and it is producing almost all kinds of the goods, and it has got a healthy exports of about $246 billion last year. While Pakistan is newly in the industrialization, and we have already shifted from an agro-based economy to the industrialized economy, but we are still, in certain sectors, we are still at the nascent stages. From Pakistan point of view, what we are seeing is that we are observing and we are anticipating a good opportunity for our textile exports to Thailand. Thailand is in very high value-added products of textile, and Pakistan has the opportunity to export the yarn and the mid-level or the mid-level value-added products, like I can say fabrics and the bedwear, and we are also producing the knitwear and the denims and all these of kind of products, while Thailand industry has shifted to very high-end fashion industry. So Thailand can source many items from Pakistan in the textile sector. So from Pakistan's point of view, in the textile sector, we are looking forward towards an opportunity. The second major sector is the food and agro-based sectors. Fisheries, we're already exporting, but we are anticipating an opening up for our fresh fruits and vegetable industry in Thailand. So these are the two major sectors which we are looking towards the opportunities in Thailand. And then the leather sector. In case of leather sector, we have also a lot to exchange with Thailand. We can provide the semi-finished and the finished products with Thailand. And this is also one of the important sectors for Pakistan in which we are looking towards Thailand. While if we take a look on the Thai exports to Pakistan, so Thailand is exporting a lot of chemical products. The raw material for the polyester and man-made yarns, we are importing majority of these raw materials from Thailand. So Thai industry is anticipating lowering of tariff barriers on the raw material and the semi-finished products in the polyester and the man-made fibers industry. And as previously it has been very rightly pointed out by Mr. Pei Wong, the Secretary General of the TFPA, that in Pakistan, the tariff rates on the food products, the finished food products, especially the canned and the packaged food products, they are slightly high. So with the signing of the FTA, there can be an opening up for Thailand for exporting its finished food products to Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that is all the questions we have for all the panelists today. So I'd like just to give a bit of recap on what we have done here so far in this past several hours. Quite an information-packed session that we have here. So we see the opportunities, we see the trade agreements that are in the works, we see the MOU that are favorable, we see policy from both countries that are favorable, we see the opportunities from raw materials from Pakistan to Thailand, we see the opportunities from Thailand to Pakistan in terms of joint ventures and technologies. So the opportunity is there. Now everyone has to just make a plan and see the opportunities and take charge of your future. So from us here in Bangkok, for more information, if you would like to get in touch with Thai Food Processor Association, please go to thaifood.org. That's it from Bangkok. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for joining us. Sawadee krap.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sawadee krap.
Thank you.